Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. You?
I'm all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ola's podcast, right? Is it a podcast?
Not podcast.
What is it? Your program?
It is a YouTube channel. Just
YouTube channel.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to be here again after 2 years. The last time we did something like this was 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that was what we used to actually start off the YouTube channel, right? I guess.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, it's good to be here again 2 years after.
Please, can I have my mic?
Oh my, this one. You want to use this one?
All right. Okay.
So, someone has questions for us, and she's on the other side.
Not on the other side of life.
Okay, so could you just tell us how long you've been friends for?
We've been friends for 14 years.
14 good years.
14 years.
So what has that been like for both of you?
Wow. I think Dami, go first.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been it hasn't been a bed of roses. I'd say that any friendship that would last that long or even more would go through some, um
Up and
challenges.
downs.
Yeah, but so far we've been doing great. Yeah, that's what I can say at the moment.
Interestingly, you asked the question the last time I came to the US. You said, later Vitija. Wow, we
yeah, I said
never,
that.
we never fought.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
once. Yeah, we never.
I said that. I was like, because I was just wondering, like, what's happening? Why haven't we just, had a
sort of disagreement.
yeah? I mean, we've had
Serious one.
maybe have we had?
No,
any-
no,
we
not
haven't.
any serious.
We haven't. We haven't.
Fair.
And I was just wondering, okay, maybe we should just form one disagreement and see what happens. we have never.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so Dami, what was your first impression of Ola?
First impression, I think that was in 100 level, and it was just one person that I saw that was very focused. It was, you know, so we started our friendship from 100 level. That was in 2010. It was that person that I felt like I could always, talk to. It was that close, and something happened again. I think something happened on 100 level. I was robbed, and the first person I could think of was Ola, and I went to his house, straight to his house. They stole my laptop, my phones, and everything, and I had an assignment I was working on at that time. I couldn't finish it. That was what I was doing when the robbers came, and I just went straight to his house that night. To do my assignment. So it was the first person.
Did
I
you
thought
really do
about.
the assignments yourself?
I mean, so I was. I can't really remember the details, but I
Yeah.
was. I hadn't experienced that kind of thing before. I was scared. I was, and I just went there, and I'm not sure. Did I sleep? I think I slept at your house, right?
You
that night?
slept. You
Yeah,
slept.
yeah. I slept there. I couldn't do anything because I was still in shock. So I think he eventually did the assignment for me, because I couldn't do anything. So yeah, so it's been like that. We've been friends, and first impression is great. He's a great guy, and I see, he's just someone that inspires. When you have a friend that you just inspire each other, that kind of thing. So I think that's the case, for us. What about you?
Wow. Okay. So I'll take it from the day you were sort of attacked, and then you came in, and that was a marker actually. That day was sort of a day that I sort of reflected upon our kind of our friendship. It was the beginning of me knowing that this person really distinguished me out of every other person. Because out of all of people why come to my place? So I sort of pay attention and then noted that, and that was the beginning. Yeah. Although one scary thing happened that night. He slept, and the way Dami sleeps, I thought it wasn't breathing because that was the first time I was scared. I was scared, but he slept. He didn't move. You know when someone is in a particular position all night, and I was like, "But boy, you move. Show me, is he breathing?"
Yeah.
And that was the first interesting thing I knew about him, and
Yeah.
yeah, quite interesting.
I mean, it's quite interesting because at the time, all through school and all of that, the way I sleep, I don't make any sound, and I think when we were in 300 level, the other side, like
Yeah, on
the other side. there was one night I was sleeping, and then he just came like close to me, check my nostril if I'm breathing in or something, because I don't make any sound, and that's quite interesting because right now I think I make sounds now when I
No,
sleep.
no, no. Your life is getting to you now.
Um,
Yeah, I think I want to say something again about the background, just also to add to how it has been so far. One of the things I realized earlier about Dami is a serious-headed person, and he's focused. He knows what he wants, and he will do everything to go after it. And another thing is that he has good relationship with people, both male and female. And I remember him cooking and bringing food to school. You know, when you cook the normal homemade food now, and to campus people, students on in the hostels, they appreciate it, like, all of those 𝑍𝑐, 𝑒gusi, and all of those things. It's sort of it's not that he didn't bring it directly to me, but I see him sharing with people, and that's a very charitable and humanitarian sort of gesture, and I appreciate it, and I feel like we need to invest in more in this relationship. So he's a very good guy, yeah. So we'll keep it at that.
okay, so Ola, I have a question for you.
Okay.
How would you describe Dami to others?
Oh, Dami is a full package. He's an amazing guy. Okay, 1,000 yard material. Yeah, feel like grateful. Give it to them. No, 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 no. Forget about it. Dami is distinct among the people I've met, and at least at early stage, at early age, where you expect people not to have understood the concept of life or the model of life. I think it's got an understanding earlier, and it came at a time where I was also discovering mine, and I was seeing him living and moving in that direction. Whenever I had issues, not issues about power, not issues about money, not issues about girls, things have just been, no, Dami is he knows, he's very understanding, and yeah, if you understand him, he will understand you, and the both of you, if you understand him, you just know why he do things that he do, and he's really very happy helping people. So Dami is a helper. He helps people, and wherever he has been, how high he has gone, he is ready, willing to pull people up there. So that's it, man. That's the spirit I really, really strongly believe in, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, so the question I have for Dami is, what do you love the most about Ola?
I think one thing I love the most about him is being focused, being organized. Ola knew what he wanted in life, what he wanted to become right from school, and he would see that play out in every stage, right? And he's very calculative, right? I love friends that are very calculative because I am calculative myself. So that's one thing I really love about him. I love the fact that he loves the Lord, and he's just one friend in total. Like, he has everything that I want in a friend, that would always so maybe if there's something going on in my life, I can always talk to him, and then he can redirect me if I am sort of like swaying. So that's one thing I you know appreciate about him, because he is everything, that total package that I want in a friend. And that's how we've been. Like, if he sees me, doing some things that he feels like, okay, yeah, what's up? We have conversations about it. And each time I see that happening with him as well, I always like try to like bring him back. So I think that's what we're doing, and I really appreciate that about him. Yeah. So I think that's basically it for now that I can think of. Yeah.
Okay, great. So to both of you, if a truth would hurt coming from the other person, would you still want to hear it?
Of course, why not?
Yes, please. I'm really very happy hearing it, because it's gonna really it's gonna really make me better. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it will. And I think we were in a situation like that in school. Like, when we finished school, there was one situation that happened, and I had to like tell him. And I think that event, if you remember, it was after school. Like, it was immediately we finished school, and so many things happened, and it was like something. I was a bit disappointed that, okay, this happened, and I had to like tell him about it. But I feel like me
Okay.
me having that conversation with him really helped us to understand each other, and the friendship like sort of like got stronger.
Mm. I
You
remember
remember that?
that case.
Yeah.
The point something, right?
Yeah. So it really helped us because I'm someone that I don't like to keep something, like I don't like to keep things on my mind because it wouldn't help me. It wouldn't help the other person.
Mm.
So I like to have conversations. So I was really really disappointed, and I told him, and he knew how much I was disappointed.
But do you know that the issue fixed itself afterwards?
Of course, that was later. That was later. That
Yeah.
was years later. But at that moment, it was just
I'm
um.
just gonna make a reflection on
But
that.
but 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 when the issue got fixed,
Yes.
it didn't. I mean, even without the issue getting fixed,
Mm.
we our friendship continued. It
Yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
blossomed, and
Yeah.
it wasn't about the issue.
It was about the understanding what happened, the
Yes.
process.
So it wasn't really about the issue. So when the issue got fixed later on, like years later, it didn't even make any difference.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, I just I picked something from there, and I want to just generalize it and offer it to friends. Sometimes when you have friends, when you've got friends and you really things are moving well, and you think your other friend is in a position to do some things for you, and you are really highly expectant that no, this thing is just something reasonable that he should do, he ought to do. You understand? And then it didn't play out well.
Yeah.
Instead of judging and
Yes.
just deciding, yeah.
It's not even judging or deciding, especially when not even that your friend will do something, but when your friend is aware of this
The
thing
consequence.
of this thing about to happen. Maybe your friend is not in a position of doing something about it, but is in a position to let you know so that you may do something about it on your own.
That's true.
Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
That was it.
That was a case.
Yeah.
So somehow I was on the other side, and it all played out, and it was difficult to communicate about how it happened, and then we just had to discuss it afterwards, and we just trusted God that it won't impact what we know it was supposed to impact, and yeah, it's really got better. Communication is very important in all of those contests in order to strengthen friends, and I think that strengthened us. Yeah.
Okay, so I think you both embodied this scripture that I'll paraphrase, which is rebuke from a friend is better than kisses from the enemy, really. But that said, because you've even started to answer my next question, so you talked about being able to tell the truth to one another and how communication is important. What other values do you think you both have in your relationship that you think is very, very important for friends to have?
Personal growth, development, and defining career, and then pursuing it, even if it will require us sacrificing our time and stressing ourselves. So that's one thing I see in common. My Dami and I can be on a Zoom call for a stretch of 10 to 12 hours, and we're working from both ends. We may not be gisting, we may not talk, but just to see that you're working at your end, and for him to see that I'm working at my hand, accountability sort of thing. And then when we're done with whatever in batches, we just have a look at what I've done, and what do you think? How can I improve it? I want to send out this email. Can you read through and all of those things? Oh, I've got this to submit. Cyber me will quickly go through it for me. All this kind of thing. So we do that, and I think we're constantly in the process of growing, constantly and always learning. Yeah, and we're quite vulnerable to one another. Damn it.
Yeah, I think personal growth is something that friends should have. Like, always be truthful with each other and tell each other tell each other the truth. Don't think that, oh, this thing's gonna hurt this person. Say it anyway. Um, so I think that's very very important, and just seeing how, apart from personal growth, your work with God as well, it's very very important. I mean, if you're Christians, if you're Muslims, I don't know, but then that is very important in terms of how the longevity of the friendship. So yeah, but I think personal growth is very important because some friends would just, because maybe one friend is not as, or maybe not doing some certain things, one friend will just outgrow the other, and then you know you then you just the friendship does not really is not as strong as
Yeah,
it used to be.
actually something I've observed.
Yeah.
And the only thing we can do as friends is to help each other bridge the gap, and then still find that link that will still connect you. And that's why for friends you have to be sincere with one another. As you're growing, encourage your other friends to grow. Otherwise, you lose them on the journey. It's like climbing a mountain. The higher you climb, the farther you are from somebody who is not climbing, or maybe climbing but slow. So if you are able to pull the strings, connect each other, if you know you are climbing higher and you notice that it's gonna affect you, sort of ginger and encourage the other person. Come on, do this. Let's do this together, and then you support. Friends helping friends, and then yeah, you all grow together. You know you're all together in this, but you may not be on the same level. You may not be receiving the same benefit, the same salary. But the thing is that you were not where you were yesterday.
Okay, so how do you then deal with being in different phases in life or being in different seasons in life?
I
How are you
think
both able to
I
handle
think
that?
it's worked for our good. We like it, isn't it?
I think it's great. We've been in we've been in different phases in life, and sometimes I mean it's just again there's some things might be happening for him right now, maybe not happening for me, or some things might be happening for me right now, not happening for him. But it's not. It's just the understanding that okay, if I mean if it is something that the other person really wants, the person would understand that okay, it's time. It will definitely happen for me. And you're just being genuinely happy for the other person. And yours will definitely come in your own time. So I don't think we've for me, I just sometimes it will happen like, oh yeah, this is happening for him. I'm very happy, and because as much as it's happening for him, I know that okay, yes, I also want this thing, but not right now. Maybe I want it, but I don't think I'm ready for it. But I know that it will eventually happen. Just being genuinely happy for each other has been really great, and we know that yeah, at some point we'll get there, and yeah, that's it. So being at different phases in life at some point does not really mean anything. It's just life and how it is because um most of the time things might not happen at the same time for us. So and that's just normal.
Yeah, and that's quite typical of what is still happening even now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at different phases in our life, and then definitely we still have to be connected, irrespective of the difference in the phases. So I think something that we just come to terms with, and we sort of understand uh, based on our context, based on our timing. If you put 10 balls with different obstacles, I don't know if you've seen that sample, and then you allow them all go at the same time. One of them will arrive first, but the thing is that all of them will eventually arrive, eventually, and it's just about time and chance, and of course, destiny also plays part. So the thing is that we just continue to be in communication to ensure that things are going well in about friendship.
Yeah, and just to add to that, and I'm just gonna use the analogy, right? The UK right now and the US, they're two great economies, right? But different time zones.
Oh shit! Give it to me. Yes.
That was a very good analogy. Okay, so what then has been your favorite memory with each other this year?
This year,
What's the question?
favorite memory this year.
Yeah, your favorite
Wow.
memory so far,
This
because
year,
I mean,
I think
we're
what you
still
pick.
young.
I think it's Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky was great.
Yeah.
He was in the US earlier this year, and um, we went to Kentucky for a conference, and I mean, we went to Oklahoma, and then we drove all the way to.
We met great friends in Oklahoma too.
Yeah, we did.
Nice experience and all.
Yeah, we
But
did. But I think Kentucky had a different
Distinct.
feel because of where we stayed and where the friends we met as well. The presentations of our papers went very well. So yeah, I think that was it. I loved Kentucky. The whole season, the period where we stayed, the food we ate, and all of that. I think it was really good.
For some reason, I'm sort of motivated to do a post about Kentucky. I did some documentaries and I've not released, and then it's something, it's an experience worth sharing. Yeah. So that's that.
Hey, we would like to know from both of you, what are a few things that the other person does that just makes you roll your eyes or like annoys you or just makes you go, who is this human being and why am I friends with him?
Dummy, I don't think there's anything like that.
Honestly, there's nothing like that.
There's nothing.
Apart from that, even if there's going to be, I don't think there's ever going to be anything.
Oh, wait. I remember something that at least is mine. I remember something. Damilola will have deadline connected on YouTube, and Damilola will be watching Instagram shorts. Dami, I thought you said you were supposed to be writing this. Okay, but you were serious. But I understand he's an hardworking guy, and sometimes just feel like you're not motivated.
I mean, so for me, sometimes I have deadlines, right? And I want to just do some things, but the way I operate, I work smart. Even though I have deadlines, I'm someone that I know that okay, there's a deadline, there's something I'm supposed to do at this time, but I take my time to at least think, plan everything out in my head, and then when I want to now start writing or doing that thing, man, it's usually great. I think we all have like different ways in which we work, and that works for us. So I think for me, not that I do everything like in a rush all the time. I work with deadlines, and I keep that in mind. So yeah, that's just basically it. It's not like, yeah, I think that's it for me.
smart.
So it's not like, so I work smart actually. I work smart, and sometimes I just okay, yeah, there's still time. So I I leave some things till that minute because of the other things I need to do, and that just helps me to prioritize things. I know that okay, yeah, this time I'll do this, and then by this deadline, I'm definitely gonna meet the deadlines. Um, so yeah. So, but some people they just feel like doing things like ahead and then forgetting about it. I do that sometimes as well, but there's some things you can't help it.
And there are some things as journalists, our training actually requires to sort of work under pressure, and then
Yeah,
that
exactly.
allows us to bring out the best outputs.
Exactly. So I
actually.
think I think working out under pressure as well like just helps me to like okay, yeah, put things together. You know, because when I work on something and I know that okay, I have more time, I probably might miss some things out because I know that oh yeah, and I might not really have time to go back to it. You know.
Okay, so in your friendship, what are you the most grateful for?
Mm. Oh, I'm grateful to God for helping us come this far without having to have encountered a significant challenge that we make us split. And secondly, for the fact that we are quite supportive of one another and encouraging one another even despite um our limitations in even doing so. So we just do that out of love. Sometimes it requires sacrifice, and I see that it's an epitome or a symbol of love. And I'm grateful for the fact that I've got a friend who is doing well as well, who knows what to do at the right time, and but most importantly, somebody who can scold me when I'm doing it wrong. And I barely have someone like that in my life. But that means one person who fits in that box.
One thing
You're appreciative of
I appreciate of. I think we mentioned it.
what? I think so.
I think we talked about it before, but I just appreciate everything like getting to know Ola. We have like different we have when looking back, and these are the things that we just talk about and then we laugh about different events from school and all of that. Well,
Janiki.
I just I'm just thankful for him. I'm thankful for life that we're still
Thankful for transformation,
that we're
no.
still here. Transformation, because we've there's so many different faces. And then that's the thing. You have a friend that you grow with, and then you know that, okay, at this time this happened, and then you grow from it, and then you are here. So yeah, I don't think I have friends like that. This is one friend that I've known for that period, that we remained close for the whole 14 years and still going. So most of the friends I have, it's either we're close at one point, we lose communication at some point, and then we come back. But with Ola, like, we've always like been in constant communication, and I
Yeah,
think that's one thing I appreciate.
I think pulling it back and connecting it back to what we said earlier. One thing I've noticed about you yourself and things changing, even friends cycles. Some people are still there, just there. Let's talk. Is because of the fact that Dami is constantly on the move, climbing, climbing. So I'm not saying that other friends are not climbing, but it just appears that things like that happens and life happens. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we know that things can always be better, even though they're already great. So what are things that you would think that you can do to make your friendship better?
We travel together more.
Yeah, do some retreat stuff.
Vacation.
And I'm looking forward.
So when there is a family, and then we'll go on a retreat as a family, you know that it's gonna be very interesting, you know.
So he's one of the people who actually disturbing my life to have a family,
Am I disturbing your life?
get married.
You need to. You need to. You
Yeah,
need to.
I mean, it will happen.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Okay, so the final question, what would be your word of advice for people who do not have friends? Because the truth is that a lot of people that struggle with making friendships these days. So what would you advise them in terms of like how to go about making the friendships?
I think you should go first.
Okay. I think what I would advise them to do is they should try to. I mean, it's not. It's to some. It depends on who you are. Some people are very. Some people make friends easily, and some people find it difficult to make friends. But one way to try to make friends is make sure that you pick your friends intentionally. Make sure that these people are, you love things about them, you see some similarities, between you guys, and then, you know, just try to see if there is a way this person can add value to you, and not just go for people that are all, I mean, people that can really really tell you the truth. Once something is going wrong, they can easily have a conversation with you. People that you really love and respect. And respect is not really that, okay, you have to be friends with someone that is really really older than you, but someone that you really really like, um is what I'm talking about. Someone that you like and you can actually listen to when they talk. You can easily listen, and then, you also challenge your own beliefs and opinions. So yeah, I think that's what they can do to try as much as possible to um observe and pick someone that they feel like um would add value to them, actually. And then, as much as they're picking someone that can add value to them, they should also have something that they're going to be adding to that person's life as well. So I think it goes both ways. So yeah, it's not really it might not be easy for, introverted people, but you just have to try, because you need to have friends. You need to have friends, because there are some things that you would go through in life that you just have, need to have conversations with this person, maybe not your family all the time, but just have a friend that would have like a different perspective, because you guys have like different backgrounds. So yeah, it is very, very important.
Okay, taking it from there, and I'll just speak to different categories of people, age group, because as I was just reflecting through, I know some people are older listening to this, and some are younger. For those who are younger and they are yet to even they've not gotten to that stage, like close to 30 above. If you're still very young and you're watching this, I would say look for those that will add to you. Use the four mathematical signs. The addition, subtraction, multiplication, and dividers. So the first, addition, look for those who will add to you. So run away from the dividers. Take caution with the minus and pursue and be glued to the multipliers. That's for the younger ones. And for the second category, for the adult, I would say friends are very important. Colleagues, very important. Mentors, very important. Role models, very important. You can even find role models in books, authors. But most importantly, I'll categorize them into four again for the adults. So we have the gifted men, which they are easy to spot. You are easily attracted to them. Find them, offer them value, and you stay in relationship. When you stay in relationship with them, it is a blessing to you just as much as you will become a blessing to them. So be intentional to be a blessing to them. Two, we have men of influence. As time goes by, you will attend events. Don't run back. You need to be deliberate to make friends. Yeah, you really need to. Meet men of influence. Appreciate what they have said. If it is an occasion where they spoke, be intentional to take notes and reflect on what they have said and how it relates to you, and tell them how much you appreciate it. This can strike a connection, and you stay connected, and you never can tell what men of influence can do to your life. They can speak just once about you in a position of influence, and it will transform your life forever. Number three, burden bearers. These are people who you need daily. Sometimes, especially the most difficult time of your life. They may not be able to help you directly, but they will help you carry your burden. They will sort of encourage you through the journey, pray with you, encourage you. Moral support is one thing you get from them. Very important. And I will say the last one, which is divine connectors. Divine connectors, they may not even be precisely your active friends, but they will know somebody that knows somebody. So imagine if you have the right attitude and you're always smiling, being positive all the time, you are easy to come by these people. So stay positive, and this will help. So if you don't have friends now, start thinking about this and be intentional about establishing a relationship. I think that's my take on that.
O'Shea,
Thank you.
paste.
Thank you very much. And I think last thing from me is I pray that your friendship would continue to grow better.
Amen.
Amen.
And that you both would continue to grow wiser.
Amen.
Jesus.
Are you kidding me?
That's a testament.
Said it together.
That's a testament to the You know what? Let's all right. That's just a testament to how much of sync that we rather be. Anyway, yeah, some things don't happen by luck or by chance. Anyway, so let's close this. Damilola, close it for us.
No, we got Jesus. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that we should be able to do another video before I leave. I'm in the UK for a couple of weeks, and we decided to do this video, and that was actually what happened in 2022 when I was here, and then we did a video because I was here for a couple of weeks, and then I'm here again for a couple of weeks 2 years after. But then hopefully before I go back to the US, we should do another video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe more.
yeah, cool.
And even when you're away, we could do something over Zoom.
Yeah, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Yeah, and probably you learned one or two things from this. I hope that you and your friends have better friendships, meaningful friendships, and all of that. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and if you've got questions, put it under the comments there, and then we might probably do a video to respond to some of the questions, depending on how much they are. So if you want more video, comments
Yeah, let us know.
and engage. Thank you,
Bye for now.
and bye.